Welcome back, YouTubers, and here we are back with myself in Euro Truck Simulator 2. We left off last time doing a singular trip from Manchester to Grimsby, where we got a level up and we got 1 skill point. We used that, as I remember, in long distances, which gives us deliveries up to 217 miles, 25% extra experience for deliveries longer than 155 miles, which is always a bonus. So, apologies for the delays on my videos. My work is pretty strenuous. It's I do work in the NHS, and being continuous 13-hour shifts sometimes for multiple days in a row, you get home and the last thing you want to be doing is thinking about trying to record a decent video. So let's crack on to get a level up on the next job. So, job market. Let's see what we have here. As per usual, I do like to do jobs which go to areas I've not previously visited. So we've got a Renault truck taking wooden beams up to Edinburgh from Manchester, which will open up Scotland a bit for us, which gives us a more chance to use more of the ferries. Or we've got the reservoir tank going from Grimsby to London. Now London will definitely open up another showroom, which is always a bonus. I don't know what's Edinburgh though, to be fair, but we'll go to London and get that job done, as it shouldn't be too much of a bad little journey. 188 miles makes a bit of a difference to our experience points as well. It's not much extra on the time actually, so we'll go to Edinburgh I think, because that will probably help us out more. We'll be able to do local jobs around other parts of Scotland and stuff like that. We can always get to London another day from another place. Let's take this job then. So wooden beams, 22 tons of them, eh? That's a lot of beams. That's quite a cool photo. Okay, so it's nice in daytime, but we're in a logging place, which is what you expect. I expected to really see some logs on a logging truck, not shoved inside a actual trailer. But here's the truck. It's all cobbled up for us. So let's we've got 2 wheelbasing system. Let's get started, shall we? So one thing I've noticed, a lot of people don't rate these Renault vans and lorries very well in this game. And the low end ones, I have played with them before, not very good, but this top end one does sound quite beefy. That's what I've noticed. So, off to Liverpool exit, so make sure the road's all clear. It's got a fair bit of power to send it, but it's not probably as powerful as the similar sized ones with say the Scania or the Volvo, my 2 favourites. They even had a workmate with him, a driver's mate as they're known as. So yes, as I was saying before, yeah, I work in the NHS. Ah, there's always a red light somewhere for me. Oh, brakes seem to be pretty decent-ish. I've stopped about 1,000,000 miles away from the actual line, which does not help me at all. And yes, so I work in A&E as well. Apologies if you can hear as well, my voice is quite croaky. I caught some bacterial bugs as working in my job you will do on the odd occasion, and unfortunately it did affect me quite a bit, and I've had to be on antibiotics, which is why another reason I couldn't record really, because every 30 seconds I was coughing and makes it difficult. So as I was stating before, this whole trip will be, and this whole journey through Euro Truck Simulator will be based upon what you guys would like to see. So if you want me to do a certain thing or go in a certain way about things, if you guys would like a couple of days in between all my videos so you can choose the next job for yourselves, let me know. Tell me what you want to happen, and it can adjust and change throughout the whole of this career. The career is not going to just end because American trucks coming out. When I can finally get hold of it, I will, and doesn't mean this is going to stop. Obviously its frequency might slow, but it gives you more of a chance to be even further in control of what actually happens with our trucks and our equipment, shall we say. And yes, let me know where you would like me to start to build up the empire. And obviously, first of all, I will try and expand our Manchester base, but beyond that, it'll be down to you guys to decide what you wish to be. I believe I want to be in the next lane. I don't think I want to go off. I need to turn around the big bend at the bottom. Yes. So, does this? It does have the helping brakes. Fantastic. So yeah, so if there's a certain thing you want me to do, and just let me know, and I will accommodate as best I can to try and make sure it's done. God, it really has no power. I made it up. I lied. That struggled on that hill. So yes, what I will also do when we come down to recruiting people to work finally into our company, I will allow you guys a couple of days. I'll show you the list of all the people, and I'll give you a couple of days to let you choose who you wish. You can go for the more experienced and more expensive, or we can start off with someone who's not so good and just hope they don't burn all our money up before we get a chance to make you quick enough. I've only ever employed a couple of people in a previous game, which was deleted when I upgraded my computer completely. As my hard drive died, I lost everything. I just re-updated everything. New hard drive, new motherboard, graphics card, PCU chip, everything was replaced. Sound carding system, the box itself as well. I just did the whole lot. Nothing from the original computer is inside this one now, apart from the DVD player, because that was a fairly dated one. So I had no problems with keeping that with me. So kind of just want you guys to kind of be more informed and to have more of a choice and a say in what we do with this game and how we progress and how we advance through. So please do let me know, and I will move forward. Does look like a very safe place to be working, where there's trains running across you and you're trying to build, it looks like, or update one of the main pillars holding up above a motorway. That's very unintelligent, I would say, of the road networking companies that are building the bridges. Oh, this thing does really struggle. Wow. After all that defense I gave it, and lets me down like that. Oh. Why am I kind of overtaking a car on a hill? How could I overtake a car? It looked to be a Jag, I believe. 1 mile till services. I don't need those. Apart from that, it does look a bit... They made the truck internally look a bit plasticky, haven't they, really? It's a bit dodgy looking. Ugh. Not the cleanest kind of place you'd want to be sitting, is it? Is that supposed to be an ashtray there? Well, it's illegal to smoke inside trucks now, as it's classed as a workplace in England. So I've got 155 miles to go, which will be about 4 hours they're predicting. This car really doesn't seem to like overtaking people, does it? This display's nice and clear. It tells me my speed, and it has also my rev counter going up. It's telling me which gear I'm in, so I'm in drive 12. It's got my cruise control function display. back wheel on that car looked like it was half the size of what it should have been. A sofa stump rather than a wheel. Carlisle or Glasgow? Keep on trucking. Quite a boxy looking truck from the outside as well, isn't it, really? It's not an attractive thing to be looking at, really, is it? Slow down, there'll be cameras inside this tunnel, I bet you, or just on the other side of it. There always will be. Because England loves the speed camera. Into some average speed cameras, and there's a man actually working. Oh, that can't be England. They're always on a tea break. Well, whenever I drive past roadworks with average speed cameras, there's never a man doing it. He just looks very dodgy what he was doing. Seriously, it says 50, so everyone does about 40. Oh, hot air balloon. Oh, it's a lovely summer's day, isn't it? I do wish they would, and I hope they do manage to bring into American truckers the all seasons. I think this is supposed to be set in spring, I think. Spring to summer period times. That's why it's always nice and sunny-ish. And the temperatures are always in a fairly decent range apart from when it rains. It would be nice to have like a wintry thing that's like the road got icy or something and you had to adjust your speeds to include all of that into your planning, and oh yeah, that'd be an awesome one. Especially in American truckers, if you could go into like Canada and have to go into like the ice road truckers, that would be quite a cool thing to be able to do. Like perhaps have to have like an advanced driving course, but kind of assessment, and you had to pass it in the game to be able to go and do the roads there. I think that would be quite a cool thing to do, because obviously that's very seasonally based, so it's only over the winter periods where it's very, very cold and the ice is thick enough for you to drive over. I think that would be quite cool to have as an element to a game, even if it's a mini game, so for more advanced drivers and people that were prepared to take it. And if it didn't go well and your vehicle did crash and go through, it was unsalvageable because they're never savable when they've gone into the water. They sink within seconds. You just lost that vehicle and it just came off your company. That was it. It just disappeared. It was classed as destroyed. It always had a name there and kind of insurance deeds were there saying vehicle destroyed. Because I've never written off a vehicle. I don't know if you can write off vehicles in this game at the moment. I don't know. I've never crashed one bad enough. I've heard people say they've got them to 100% or close to, and they then have to call out an engineer because they stop functioning, and then they fix them and get them working again. And it's like, well, it doesn't mean they always are available to be worked upon. So it would be nice to see that kind of element put into it as well, if it was kind of more realism, because that's what they say they're trying to do with these simulators nowadays. Is, I know in England you're not allowed, lorries aren't allowed to go to the third lane, but technically you're going into a 2 lane, so it's fine. But they're trying to make it more realistic. That's why they're doing the roads more realistic and having the cracks in them. The houses are having dirty sections. There is a car there. Not sure if I got past him yet. And he'll fly past me now. It's the way the game's AI is set up. Did he just change lane? What? Why do we go to the services for? That's a random thing it's just told me to go and do. Not sure what it was thinking then. But yeah, if like your vehicle's engines had to be refitted, you have to buy a new engine for it and stuff like that. Because yes, trucks' engines go on for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles, but they don't last forever. So it would be nice to have that kind of realism, I think, into it. I am no trucker, and I don't know a ton about trucking, but a car, for instance, won't run forever without an engine refit or an engine rebuild and parts being put into it. But trucks in this game seem to just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and never seem to have an issue. Whoa, that was a bit bumpy. That tanker took that last split second braking. Right, turn. Avoid everything. Don't hit anything. Yeah, Mr. Car. Wait! Idiot. An unfriendly toot to him for being rude. And this is a 50 road. We've still got 70 miles to go. I'm being overtaken like there's no tomorrow. Fair play. Looks like we're stuck at about 45 miles an hour. But yeah, coming back to like American Trucker and perhaps future for Euro Trucker, because I know they were saying they haven't finished kind of with Euro Trucker and they've still got more they want to do with it. Kind of bringing in like different countries, like the closer you get to the equator, it generally only has 2 seasons, and it'd be nice to kind of see things like that progressing in the game when they get bigger and they get more funding and stuff like that and availability to do things. Ooh, that was badly taken that corner by me, apologies. But simple things like some countries have really bad heavy rainpours and stuff like that and get really bad winters. When you're up the mountains it gets colder and you have to sort out the heating in your truck. Otherwise, yeah, if your driver gets cold, he doesn't react as fast or doesn't turn the steering wheel as quickly, and if it's too hot he gets sleepy and drowsy maybe, and the elements like that would be quite a cool kind of addition, because even if you can't get out your truck, at least if you are in your truck, it needs to, no human can sit in freezing cold conditions without being kept warm by something, because it just wouldn't be safe and healthy and your brain activity drops. So it'd be nice to see that kind of happening in the game sort of thing, and unreactivity and unresponse to certain commands maybe, which could make perhaps the harder parking they're bringing into American Trucker even harder, especially if it's like snowing outside in the hard one and the wheels spin or they lock up or something like that, and when you're first putting a trailer it's stuck in the snow, so it has to be broken free by special maneuvers, however they do that, which again you get taught and shown, and you have to get help and you get stuck in the snow and you have to call for maintenance to come and bring you out. Or on the opposite, it's very, very rainy and you get stuck in the mud because you've kind of misjudged a corner and you've gone round and your trailer's spun off and hit the mud and it's got stuck. You can't free it, you have to call for some assistance. So whilst we're here, I want to just see, as I always say, I like to check to make sure we can get everything. And we are going to drive past every single thing. So I'm more than happy with this journey. So I'll continue on. Now I know a lot of people who do YouTubing on Eurotruck use a lot of mods. At the moment I'm not using any mods, and there's a very simple reason to that. Every time I've tried playing a game with mods, it seems to either break my game or break the save, and I just can't seem to work out. I've read up on how to do it. I've watched a couple of videos. I've put them in the same place, and Eurotruck's always showed me saying it's there. I can see it. It's there for you. Don't worry. And what priority I want to put them in, and all that lot. I've done everything like that. But still, so many of them are like noob, noob, noob. So, kind of, if I can, I would like to put like the real companies ones, especially to make it more realistic as best as possible with company names and stuff like that. I understand, obviously, SCS who make the game cannot do that because, God, imagine trying to get permission from Coca-Cola or Argos or IKEA or anything like that. It will be extremely difficult because even though they say yes, it's free advertisement, but this their name going to a game where if it's shown off badly, it makes that company look bad. So, or if people don't take their jobs because they go, oh God, don't like that company not taking their jobs, it makes the company look bad, and I think that would be kind of the reason that certain things. That was very bad turning circle there. Right, let's see if we can get this one to go better this time. I do hate these coming off ones like this because you have to look at about 50 things at once. There we go. And then, like, I would like to get some other mods, perhaps for new paint jobs or different trucks and stuff like that. But obviously, with American Truck coming out tomorrow, I'm not too bothered about downloading American Truck mods for this game because then it's an easy way to separate them, and it's a completely different way of driving as well. You drive a European truck in an extremely different way to you drive an American truck. This is a ride-over engine with a flat nose basically, and the American trucks are the complete opposite. They have the full-on bonnet like a standard car would have, and which makes you drive them very differently. You have to predict where that's going, rather than I can get very, very, very close to a lamppost and not touch it. And that, you have to predict what your bumper's doing with that before you touch it, because obviously it's got that extra distance that you can't always see very clearly. Which I'm assuming is why a lot of them put like bullhorns or kind of holding up systems on the front of it, as things that stand up, so they can actually check them and go, now that's quite close, I'll stop. I presume that's why they're there. I don't know for definite. I'm no trucker, I've told you that before. But it's my assumption they have that there, is to give them kind of that eye, something to train on, to say, right, if that's there, I know it's that close, so I have to stop. I'm presuming we're coming up to the 30 zone because it's a speed camera sign, so I'm just going to already ease off the gas, get some brakes on. Yes, and there's the sign, and there's the camera straight after the sign. How rude. Oh, Edinburgh's been discovered. Fantastic. But this is a huge kind of roundabout. And that's another thing I find very annoying about the AI in this game. It's... Oh, I think I hit him. I'm technically inside his truck by looking at that mirror. But I didn't get a crash warning, so that was good. So hopefully I haven't caused any damage, which has charged me any money. Whoa. I swear these people have just come from the exit that I was at as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Because the AI makes no sense on roundabouts, or... in fact, in most other places as well in this game, unfortunately. Now, I've taken that wide because I don't want to hit a curb. It was a man truck. I used to have... that's the first ever time I played this game I had man trucks. And this must be a recruitment company. That is a pathetic horn. That is a wimpy horn. Probably not too bad on the outside. No, it's quite good on the outside. I could not tell that car was. I completely lost sight of him. Right, let's turn into here. Now let's try and work out where we're going to park this then. This just doesn't look too drastically bad. All we need to do is slow it down to about 10 miles an hour. And then just spin it, spin it, spin it. This turning circle is horrendous, I swear. Is it just my imagination? I know a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that do this a lot more than I do have track. I don't, so for me it's easy to have that extra mirror to just check what's going on the other side of the truck whilst I'm going along. Keep going. That looks like the wheels are going perfectly now. Pretty much as straight as I'm going to get it, I think. And then brake on. Oh, that noise is really doing my nut in. Check it. I'm pretty much in perfectly. Oh, just a little bit off. So there we go. And ta-da! Level up. Oh wow, nearly halfway to the next level. Fantastic. Good job. So normally what I like to do is I like to go into fragile next to give me open up more jobs, and then the just-in-times, then I go to high value. So we're going to fragile cargo. Obviously, guys, please do subscribe, like, comment, and comment what you want to see in the video. If you want me to do different skills on the skills trees, please tell me what order you want me to do them in. If you want me to start going to eco more, or the ADR stuff more, or... and when we do ADR, don't just say ADR, tell me which ones you want in the ADR. I'll go through them so you all know. So ADR, you've got explosives in number 1. Class 2 is gases. 3 are flammable liquids, such as your petrol. 4 are flammable solids, so the things like magnesium, phosphate, calcium. And then you've got toxins, infectious substances, so biohazardous, so things like needles that come from the streets sometimes as well, unfortunately, and in like hospitals, poisons and stuff like that, so even things that are used for chemical destruction and stuff like that, and corrosive substances. So kind of, if you want me to go into those, which one of them, so class 8, 6, 4, 3, 2 or 1, and if you want me to do some more points at your distances to get the longer journeys, if you prefer longer journeys. Obviously if when we do finally get up to the big ones, like rank 4, 5 and 6, those videos I might put those into 2 videos per delivery if they're too long, or if you guys would rather they stayed as one large one. Just take me long to get them up, that's all. But for now we're going to the fragile cargo. So there we go, that's another episode, that's another trucking video, that's another load of deliveries done. So thank you very much guys, and see you next time.